Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This video is about Sturgis 2023 rally. Cheers! Particularly, it tells about my trip from Los Angeles to South Dakota, Sturgis, what happened on the road, how was the motorcycle rally all in all, and how I made it home. I planned this trip since last year. I made my bookings. Of course, I had a lot of plans about taking my bike to motorcycle shows in Sturgis. I've never could guess what could happen on the road. On this trip, it's only me and Suren, and we started riding early in the morning. Everything seemed to be good. Just started riding. Suddenly, the bike stopped on the freeway. Probably 40 to 50 miles away from home. The engine stopped on freeway. The bike lost power. This doesn't work. It's not getting hot. This is hot. I couldn't do anything else but riding the bike on one cylinder to the shop. The guys did their best, replaced some parts just in case, and everything was kinda okay. Around 2 p.m. we were back on the road, and I was hoping it will never happen again. On high speed, it's very dangerous. When you lose power immediately, it can cause accident. Most important thing in this kind of situation, not to lose control over the vehicle, and do not ever panic. All was going okay. We passed Nevada, Arizona, and crossed the border of Utah. Unfortunately, it didn't go well. I was riding 80 miles per hour and the engine just shut down. Boom! Just like that. I was able to pull over the bike and I heard the same sound. The bike was running only on one cylinder. I was in the middle of nowhere. I could not ride the bike on freeway, on high speed. I started Googling the closest motorcycle shops, and the closest one was 45 or 50 miles away. It was a small shop. Like I said, I could not ride fast, so I took alternative way, which was cross some land, I don't know where. The road was all gravel, and we rode about 45-50 miles to get to the shop through gravel on one cylinder. Yeah. Adrenaline level in my blood was on top.
Guys, what city is this?
What's that?
What city is this?
This is Nephi.
Nephi?
Yeah, Nephi, Utah.
Nephi, Utah.
When I saw the shop, it was small, tiny country shop, and I was not sure that they can figure it out, how to fix or how to tune, if there is anything to do with the motor. However, the owner was super sweet. He was honest and didn't want to waste my time. He suggested me to get the bike to the closest Harley Davidson service department, which was again 50 miles away from that shop. We had only 1 hour to get the bike to the dealer, before they close. So I didn't have any chance to take alternative ways not to push the cylinder. So we had to take freeway. I was riding, crying my tears off. That was the only thing I could do. Just ride to the closest dealership. I was so stressed. After doing some tests, the manager came out and told me that unfortunately we have to stay there overnight, maybe a couple days, and then if everything goes well, maybe we can try to ride to Sturgis again. I told him that we cannot do that because our bookings were non-refundable. We could not waste our time in that city. We decided to leave the bike and continue our trip without Dragonator. The worst part of all this trip was I always get anxious on passenger seats. As a rider, I don't have any control over the vehicle and I feel really nervous. I cannot relax on passenger seat. So every second was a torture for me. But what could I do? Nothing. Well, I left my main purpose of this trip in Utah, jumped on the passenger seat, and continued heading to Sturgis. In Wyoming, we got a lot of clouds, and as closer we were getting to Sturgis, as darker the sky looked. And of course, we got a lot of rain on our way. That is typical for South Dakota. I'm used to ride with a windshield, and when it's raining, I don't feel that bad as on this bike because we didn't have any windshield. It was really painful. Every drop of the rain felt like a stone. Ouch. And finally, we arrived to Sturgis. Yay! Naked bodies is kinda part of tradition in Sturgis. Nobody knows why women are getting naked or topless. While women are prohibited from showing their nipples in public, they can be topless as long as they cover their nipples. Yes, it's legal. Moreover, according to some strippers, they can make over $350 per day by letting people to take a photo with them. My favorite characters of this year. Hey Vikings!
What's your name?
Mine, Paul and David.
Nice. Where are
We're
you from?
twin brothers from Springfield, Mass, but we now live in Dallas, Texas.
Nice. I love your horns.
Well, thank you.
I decided to take a test ride on a Scout. At least I could say I rode a motorcycle a little bit in Sturgis. Damn, what a bummer.
very obvious, but it's something that I pointed out yesterday and I'll point out today, but it would be absent the water. If you notice, they're spending a lot of time utilizing what looks like the sidewall of that tire.
Saying that it was crowded means saying nothing. Today, the South Dakota Department of Transportation estimates that 500,000 or more people attend the 7-day event in Sturgis, making it one of the largest motorcycle rallies in the world. This is one of my favorite artists' artwork, Ray Ripple. Check her Instagram. Shall I mention about the weather? One moment it's sunny, the other moment it's raining cats and dogs. Needless to say, we got dirty on the way to Full Throttle. But that's fine, it's Full Throttle.
Thank you for coming out today. Appreciate you. Please do. Oh, you having a good time?
I can feel history here. And of course, Strip Show is on Full Throttle in Full Throttle.
200 going twice. 200 going 3 times. $200 in areas. Sold right there. Come on up there and have a seat. Richard's looking for one person to come on out here and be her ringside manager. Square now, hot baby on to rub it all over her body. I'm looking for an opening in for Georgia.
There are so many beautiful places to visit. This day we rode to Spearfish to see some falls. Oh my god, my heart is bleeding. I'm in Sturgis without a bike. Finding this chopper cheered me a little up. Nice. By the way, be careful on the road. Wildlife is everywhere. Unreal beauty. Talking about cones, if you are coming to Sturgis from, let's say, Europe, and you're not used to American food like burgers and French fries, you're in trouble, especially if you're vegetarian. We were suggested to go to one of the best restaurants in the hills named Boar's Nest. The only thing you can eat is, again, French fries and burger. That's all. Later on, I will show some places that we really enjoyed the food. Also, I will add the information down below in description. But all the week, staying in Sturgis was something really hard to handle. Oily, fried food, and burgers. A few days I was planning to stop by at Sturgis Coffee Company, and I was pretty sure the coffee was going to be very good. But unfortunately, that was a big disappointment. The worst coffee I have ever tried. However, we found a wonderful place in Lead named That Place in Lead. It's a coffee shop with very delicious pastries like Danish, croissants, and the coffee was on top. The address you can find down below. We're back to Sturgis again, and we were invited to Ugly MC dinner. That was another cool event. Yay! I found a pool table. Happy, happy, happy. This is the horniest chair I've ever seen. Nightlife on Main Street with some street food, vendors, and motorcycle engine sound. Look at this adorable, handsome biker. So cute. New day, new plans. Riding in Black Hills and heading to Crazy Horse.
Out here, if anybody was 3 feet long or something like that, and they'd have the jackhammer right next to it. With that drill, they can just do a big long hole, run that through, hook it up to the machine, and it'll spin it and pull it right through. It takes them longer to set up for a cut than it does to do the cuts. And so in 5 years, 5 years, they're going to have his arm, 40 feet of his hair, and the feather done. The feather will be made out of blocks, 4 feet tall and stacked up. He wore 2 Red Hawk feathers.
5 years?
5 years. In 15 years, they'll have the horse's head done too.
Crazy Horse and Crazy Viking. Actually, two Vikings. All in one place, South Dakota, Sturgis. Looks like Suran found another horny bike. Did I mention the weather was crazy too? Oh yeah, I did. I'm wondering how people can handle this rain in Buffalo Chip. That's a camper's paradise. In day hours, bands are doing sound checks. People are hanging out. Having rest and getting ready for the night parties. Some contests on Bikini Beach. This guy was really cool. This is how he met his wife, actually, 2 years ago.
And to point out, that was 2 years ago, and that lovely woman is right over there and is now my fucking wife.
Oh shit!
And this is how Buffalo Chip looks in the night. The real party is right here. Big bands are always invited to Sturgis Buffalo Chip. Def Leppard is still laughing. I really enjoyed Rick Allen's solo. That was awesome. The party is still on, and looks like I found another pool table. The next day, we are planning to go to Badlands. It was about an hour away from Sturgis. Another paradise on the earth. Always explaining that everything was underwater long time ago. Badlands was so impressive that you would want to stop every mile to take pictures, videos. Incredible. I'm gonna just shut up and let you enjoy the view. And this was my last day in Sturgis. The next day, we planned to take a trip to Devil's Tower. In Devil's Tower, weather was unpredictable again. A second ago, it was shiny, wonderful, sunny day. After 10 minutes of shower, everything will get back again. In Montana, we stopped by this place and said hi to these wonderful horses. Then we got to Idaho Falls, another beautiful city, and we found out there was a world-famous hot springs, lava hot springs. So we just had to stop by. The temperature of the water was 102 degrees. I was in touch with Summit Harley-Davidson service department all these days, and they told me that they are closed on Sunday and Monday. So we were supposed to leave on Saturday and to get to the dealer on Monday, but in this case it wouldn't make any sense. We would be waiting another day in a small town. So we decided to take another road, a little bit longer but scenic road through Montana, Idaho, and Utah. Incredible place. And the next stop was Salt Lake City. In Salt Lake City, I felt kind of big contrast. In one hand, you see a lot of construction and not really crowded streets. In other hands, we ran into this kind of amazing event. Open air concert, people were dancing, having fun. It was a nice end of the evening. Like I promised before, I'm gonna show some places where you can find really good food. Let's get started. This place we found in Red Lodge, Montana. The food was so good.
For a second, I forgot that I'm in the US.
Sorry, but that's true.
I'm ready for dessert.
And the interior was designed very unique. When we were out of the national park, we found this wonderful restaurant. The food was really good. But the most impressive place was in St. George. It was an Italian restaurant named Chef Alfredo.
Hey guys, I'm in Salt Lake City, Utah, and I'm waiting for some news about Dragonator from Summit Harley-Davidson. I really hope I can take my bike home tomorrow. Fingers crossed.
Summit Harley-Davidson. This is River, manager in
Service advisor.
Service advisor. So I took my bike to Sturgis rally this year, and I had a lot of issues on the way to Sturgis. So finally, I got to Harley dealership in Summit on one cylinder.
Yep.
What was the problem? What was the reason for all this stuff?
Honestly, I think the issue, it's hard to say for starters, but to our best of knowledge, the issue is that the motorcycle was not tuned accordingly for the build on the engine, which is not the tuner's fault, because you can't tune for an engine that you don't know how it's built.
Right.
We're not sure what parts are in there, and neither was the tuner. So he did his best. The bike, you know, seems like it ran good for some time,
Yeah.
but it eventually just upset the computer, and that's what took it out. You can tell the MA engine is a counterbalanced engine, so with the stock cam, it idles very smooth. Your bike, it's got that rowdy chop that those other Harleys have, so you can definitely tell that's not a stock cam.
And now I have to probably replace the cam?
I would, just for peace of mind.
Okay.
So we got the new ECM in there, flashed the base mount on it from Harley, and then we kind of made a new Power Vision map for it. We used stock 107,
Okay.
and then we adjusted for the Arlen Ness intake, the TVR exhaust 2-to-1, and then we kind of backed the fuel curve up just a little bit to compensate for those two sensors missing. That should get it to run 70-80% efficiency, which should be more than enough to get you home, keep the bike nice and healthy.
Okay, that's the most important part.
Yep.
And then I'll figure out what to do with cams and tuning process
Yeah.
in the future.
Sure.
Thank you very much, River, for everything. I was pretty confident that my bike was in professional hands. So one more time, this is Summit Harley Davidson. We're in Utah, and yeah, this is River. Thank you. The best oil for my Dragonator.
I was happy to get my bike back. On the other hand, I was expecting that the engine could stop again and I had to pull over. So I could not relax on my way back home. But at least I could ride my bike again. Wow, what an adventure. So this year, Dragonator didn't make it to Sturgis, which means I have to plan another trip to Sturgis next year. And see you on the road.